All right. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. Today is Thursday, so it is Take It Up a Notch Thursday, and I'm going to tag some people on this video blog. Okay. So, let's see. Tag, 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 tag. Okay. So, welcome, Neil, TC, Jaranda. See, a little finger going fast. April, Debt Slayer Diva Frazier. Hi, you guys. Thank you for tuning in to the Record Report. Hey, Ken Combs. Welcome. So, if this is your very first time tuning into the Record Report, please type a number 1 in the comments. If you are watching this video live, please type the city and state where you're tuning in from so I can know just how far my broadcast is reaching. And if you are watching the replay, make sure that you hashtag replay. So, thank you, Anthony, for tuning in, and thank you, whoever that was before Anthony jumped. So thanks for tuning in. I'm going to share my video blog out really fast before we get started. And I am very thankful, right? I just want to say a few words about Terra Paper Girl Whitney, Coach Whitney, Paper Route. I was on her Paper Route, right? So I attended a webinar that she gave last night in her closed exclusive group. And she dropped a lot of great nuggets in that webinar that we attended. And so I'm just going to kind of share some of the things that I got out of that in this video blog about your vibe attracts your tribe, and just talk a little bit about, mindset. We're coming to an end, to a close of 2018. And if you want to get different results, you got to become somebody that you've never been. You don't have to be great to get started, but you do have to get started in order to be great. So I just want to talk about your vibe attracts your tribe. So what does that mean exactly? So do you ever realize or wonder why certain people flock to you? Why certain strangers come up to you and talk to you and hold a conversation with you? Do you ever wonder why certain people may decide to share their problems or some of the things they may be going through, struggles that they're dealing with in life? Because your energy is what draws people to you. And Jim Rohn says it all the time: success is what you attract. So, in other words, it doesn't matter how well put together like leather you look on the outside, with a nice outfit, with a nice hairdo, with a expensive or designer purse, expensive designer shoes, nice car. Because a lot of times what that means is that you really are broke and still unhappy on the inside, because you can't fix what's broken on the inside by camouflaging it on the outside. You got to put in some work. You got to put in some work, number one, to attack all the baggage, all the hurt, all the pain, all the rejection, all the disappointment, all the betrayal, everything, all those things you've experienced, you bottle it up. Like if you could put a recipe in a bottle, package it, and sell it, that's what your inside look like. So you make up for it by your addictions. You may be addicted to shopping. You may be addicted to sex. You may be addicted to alcohol. You may be addicted to cigarettes. You may be addicted to marijuana. You may be addicted to, some codeine or some oxycodone. You may be addicted to food, comfort eating. So if you ever realize and learn what your triggers are for negative thinking, for negative feelings, for negative emotions and negative reactions, then you are better able to attack that devil, that demon that's on the inside of you. Because if there was no demon on the inside of you, then there would be no need to correct what's on the outside, right? There would be no need for you to have a struggle or a challenge with what's going on. So your vibe attracts your tribe. Why would you not want to be in an environment where people are talking about money, where people are talking about making money, having money, being able to purchase assets, being able to buy up the block, being able to, that means if you buy a business or if you buy property or something that can turn asset to produce more cash, you can employ people. You can create jobs. And we always talk about, these type of things. I hear people talk about them, but they take no action behind it. So basically, they just selling wolf tickets. Like my man E40 say, they just selling wolf tickets, right? He made a song about it. You have to be an action taker if you're going to get results. But what most people have, mainstream, 60 to 70% of Americans, what they have is excuses. Well, I'm going to wait till the first of the year and set my New Year's resolution. I'm going to lose about 20 pounds. Or I'm going to wait till the first of the year and I'm going to start going back to church. Or I'm going to wait till the first of the year and then I'm going to make sure I start saving money. Or I'm going to wait till the first of the year and I'm going to make sure that, I go ahead and catch up on my bills or whatever. But we just, this Christmas season, right? We just blew and splurged a whole bunch of money, gave it to big business, didn't complain about giving our money to big business, and most of the time we're making a financial bloody mess this month that's going to take us 6 months or more to recover from. So why would you not want to be in an environment where you're being encouraged, you're being empowered, you're being educated, you're being around people who actually can show you how to own real estate instead of just be a real estate agent? Because if you don't own real estate, then you're just making wages. If you're only an agent, you're just making wages. You're no different than the police officer, you're no different than the school teacher, you're no different than the firefighter or the secretary, administrative assistant, dental assistant, because you're earning wages. You want to earn profits. So until you're buying real estate and owning real estate or owning something, then you're not making profit. You're just earning wages. And so when you are in a room, in the right place, at the right time, and you hear people talking about money, and you hear them excited and bragging about how much, what their goals are to expand and build up a community, to expand and help people get jobs and create jobs where they can hire their own people, their own people that look like them, and they have complete control over how they spend their money, where their money is spent, and how their money is going to grow. That's an amazing feeling to be able to say, I don't have to wait till payday. That's an amazing feeling to say, I don't have it right now, or I have to borrow money because life happened. Something your kid might need. That might be an emergency, but you didn't have the mini emergency fund of $3,000 to handle the inconvenience. Why would you not want to be around people that's getting out of debt, that's raising their credit score to a 750 or better, and that honestly they're able to keep more of their money? So you go to work with a different attitude when you're no longer financially strapped. You go to work with a different attitude when you're not broke, busted, and disgusted, and you have more month than money, and you get paid on Friday, and by Monday you pretty much broke, but you may have $50 to $100 left over. You go to work with a different attitude. Your conversation changes. The people you decide to have conversation with changes, and the type of dialogue that you choose to have changes. You're not talking about the same meaningless because you're looking and eyeballing now at things that's going to help you hit your goal, with things that you've been praying and asking God for, because He will give you abundantly, expediently more than what you could ever ask for. You're starting to look for things that fall in line with what your vision, goals, and your purpose is. If you haven't found your purpose, then you need to really, really seek that clarity and go from chaos to clarity. So I've been in these challenges. I've been getting coaching. I've been doing all these different things to help raise my vibration, to help raise my vibe, to help raise my thought process, my education level as it pertains to how I look at money, how I feel about money, how I imagine myself when I get to that place of having the amount of money that I know that I'm worth, that I know that I deserve, and that I have a strong enough work ethic to achieve. I want to ask you, what is it that you want? What is it that you really want? Can you even define it? But are you still hanging around the same people that's always talking about they broke? Are you always hanging around the same people that's talking about their relationship problems? Of how, this person isn't this, and they get on my nerves, and, man, they just won't act right, or whatever. Or, or they talk about their kids. Your kids is a reflection of you. And kids mimic more and learn what they see than what you say. I know that to be true because my mama told me all the time. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. But kids learn more by what they see versus what you say. And when your kids, you keep speaking into the universe about how your kids are so bad and how your kids, do this, they're going to continue to model that behavior. because of what you're saying and what you are speaking over their life. You're going to have to change your tone. You're going to have to change your conversation. In order for your conversation to change, you have to change. In order for you to change, your mindset got to change. In order for your mindset to change, your circle of influence got to change. What are you listening to? Who are you listening to? Why are you listening to those people? Do you have a mentor? Do you have an accountability partner? You have to have an accountability partner in everything you do. If you're trying to lose weight, you can't have an accountability partner that's going to keep trying to encourage you to eat fried chicken, to eat Wingstop, to go to Popeyes, to go to Bojangles, to go to Taco Bell, to go to Burger King, to go to Subway, to go to McDonald's, or what's that other one, Chick-fil-A, Dairy Queen, whatever. How you going to lose 20 pounds when they don't even support what you're trying to do? They putting every damn thing in front of you. You can't eat. You're not supposed to eat. And you struggle with eating it because it's what you like. And you trying to break that cycle. You trying to break that habit. But you still hanging with this person. Oh, girl, one day won't hurt you. You can have a cheat day. You ain't got to take it that serious. These are the people you listening to. These are the people you still hanging around. But you will turn your nose up to be invited into a millionaire mixer with a room full of people who are millionaires, with a room full of people who can teach you what you don't know, with a room full of people who can show you how to go cash, asset cash, who can teach you how to increase your cash flow, who can teach you how to not pay for something 5 times over because your credit is bad, so you're paying a higher interest rate, which means you're paying for it 3 times more than what you should have. It's taking some time to make a sacrifice for 6 months worth your financial freedom, your financial future, your financial security, and for your children's financial security, legacy, future. My son will know completely everything I didn't know about money because I'm going to teach him. I'm not buying him a thing for Christmas. He doesn't need anything. He's 4 months old. What does he need to do? What does he need for me to buy that he needs to unwrap at 4 months old? Nothing. But what he will get for Christmas is his investment account will be started as his, for me, opening up his investment account. That's what he will get as a Christmas gift. And every year, I will have a commitment to make and put in a Christmas bonus into his investment account so that his money can have babies, and more babies, and more babies. And by the time he gets out of high school, he will have wealth built so he doesn't have to start from zero, nothing. Because he will have the knowledge, the education, in order to maintain it, in order to grow it. And if he is very serious and focused, he might buy him some property at the age of 20 or 19. Or buy him a house and turn it into a rental property. And rent out the rooms. And make money. Because that is the mindset you have to have if you want to get different results as it pertains to your money, your finances, and the people you are around listening to. Are they telling you it's not going to work? Oh, that's just a pyramid scheme, right? If I hear that one more time. But a pyramid scheme is illegal. First of all, if you look up the definition, I don't do anything illegal. I'm not going to jail. I'm not going to miss out on watching my son grow up or doing something illegal. I'm not going to put my son in harm's way by me doing something illegal. That's crazy. A company wouldn't be in business for 14 years if it's illegal. Just because your small mind and your small level of thinking, and because it's something you've never heard, you think it's got to be untrue. Well, you know, with YouTube University and Google and all these lovely things on the internet, you can research anything that you want to just to prove me wrong. If you feel what I'm saying is not true, if it's just a bunch of, malarkey, or I'm just trying to blow smoke up your butt, why don't you do your due diligence and prove me wrong? Because IRS.gov, publication 463, PDF 15, says everything is legal that I do as it pertains to money. They encourage us to take advantage of those things so that we can get the tax benefits. That's right on their website. It's moral, it's ethical, it's legal. So like Mr. T said, I pity the fool. How long you gonna keep being foolish? By listening to what was programmed into you to believe. As if you can only do things one way. As if you can only do things the way that you were taught by your parents or lack of teaching. Or you can step out your comfort zone. You can step out on faith. Matter of fact, you can jump, you can soar, and you can take a big old leap and say, you know what? I'm going to challenge myself to learn something that I don't know. I'm going to challenge myself to do something I've never done. I'm going to challenge myself to think and dream so big that it seems that it's unattainable and it's crazy. But you know what? when you make a dream, a goal, and visualize something that big, it makes you get really, really focused. It makes you remove a lot of distractions. It makes you get real hungry. Like Les Brown said, you got to be hungry. If you're not hungry, then you know what? You're going to fold at the first sign of turbulence. As my shirt say, turbulence is the price you pay to fly high. You're going to fold at the first sign of trouble. You're going to fold at the first sign that life is going to happen to you. Because you know why? Because you have no strength in your mind. Your mind is your biggest tool, your strongest muscle. And you're going to allow somebody to take something from you that they didn't give to you. So you're going to blow and go whichever which way the wind goes today, tomorrow, and therefore. But when you are adamant about something, when you say, this is it, come hell or high water, I will get to this point, then you're going to have to say no to some things, to a lot of things. And you're going to have to not be worried about what your friends going to think about you, or so-called friends, because if they're your real friends, they're going to support what you're doing, not try to put the things in front of you to keep you and hold you back from what you're trying to achieve. Yeah, I might not like network marketing. I might not want to be a part of network marketing by no stretch of the imagination. But if I'm your friend and I believe in what you're doing, I can call up 5 of my homegirls, homeboys, say, you know what? I'm having a cash flow credit and cocktails party at my house. I need you to be here at 7 o'clock so that the friend that I'm supporting, who I believe in what she's doing, I believe that the strategies work, I'm going to put some people in front of her so she can do her presentation. If for nothing else, she can get some practice because she's serious. And I want to see her hit that goal. That's what support looks like. I don't care if you spend your money or not. Because your finances don't affect me. If you want to stay broke, stay broke. If you want to continue to overpay taxes, overpay taxes. If you want to continue to, be frustrated because you don't like your job, because the energy, you don't get the support, you don't have the camaraderie, you don't get the empowerment, you got somebody trying to stab you in the back because they feel that's what they got to do to get the position that you striving for, or you the Miss Goody Two-Shoes, you always kissing up to the boss. Every time I see you, and why the boss always asking you to do all these extra tasking. That's what you call developing more skill set, like Jim Rohn say. If you want different results, you got to acquire more skills. And the only thing standing between you and more skills is you. Who cares what someone else thinks? You're at your job to perform, so perform. Be the MVP, be the most valuable player in the building. And walk around like you the most valuable player in the building. So what if they don't like you? You didn't go to work to make friends. You go to work to do a job. And you go to do it and be the best that you can be at, just like you do in your business. So why would you have a different mindset? Why would you have a different attitude? You know why? Because the people you hanging around is why you have that low-level thinking attitude. Because when you're around people who think big, when you're around people who love money, when you be around people who want to be influencers and have more money so they can do more things in the community, so they can bless more kids to go to college, so they can bless more people to, if we talk about being in the projects, the ghetto, and the impoverished community, to put a community center there, something of resource, something that provides a network, something that gives them hope, something that gives them a safe haven and a place to go to. This is why we talk about money. This is why we love money. This is why we work so hard to get our money to work for us, so we can have options, so we can have time and control more of it, and we can have freedom. Nobody likes to be told what they have to do with their own money and how they have to spend their money. And when you are overpaying in taxes, you have no control of your money. The government controls it. And he's taking as much of it as you are allowing him to take. And if you want to continue to stay on that ride, that roller coaster ride, that first train ride, express, stay on it. I'm not going to get upset because you don't want to learn what I'm trying to teach you. I'm not going to get upset because you don't want to be my business partner. I'm not going to get upset that you want to continue to struggle and be stressed over your finances and not knowing how you're going to be able to do this and do that. It does not affect my day. It does not affect my sleep pattern. It does not affect anything because your vibe attracts your tribe. So please stay away from me if you don't want to have more money. Please stay away from me if you don't want to have better credit. Please stay away from me if you don't want to raise your vibration, because I definitely know that strategies work. I definitely love having more money than I used to because the government was sucking my check up real good. And I was running real tight. And I had to not be able to do certain things that I wanted to do, needed to do, because I didn't have the cash flow to do it. And it was frustrating because I got up every day. I went to work every day. I worked more than 40 hours a week. In law enforcement, we are assigned to a 40-hour week. But when you start getting into a season like now, where there's a lot more robberies, it's a lot more shootings, you got a lot of suicides, you got all domestic violence, we ain't going home in a 40-hour work week. We're going to work some overtime. Because you're going to have some people that's off. You're going to have some calls and some situations that's going to make you stay over. If you get a DWI, that's an automatic extra 4 hours with all the paperwork, the tests, and everything you got to do in the booking process. That's a guaranteed 4 hours of overtime. So, I get up every day and go to work though, right? I want to keep my money. I want to have more of it. I don't want to continue to let my money to diminish and decrease because of inflation. Because every time I go to the gas pump, it costs more money to get gas. Every time I go to the grocery store, I'm a healthy eater. It costs more money for me to eat and get my groceries. Every time I go, to get a repair done on my car, the repairs and the maintenance has gone up. The cost of the products for the car to maintenance the car has gone up. If you don't understand that, if you don't want that, then I don't have a problem with what you choose to do or not to do. But I tell you what, I'm going to have what I'm supposed to have because I'm worth every penny of it. I wasn't put here to just be a slave to work until I die and not be able to expand and bless a lot of people and learn and teach them about money. They didn't teach us this in school. Your kids in school right now don't know anything about money because what they're teaching them is to be a slave to the system. Go to school, get a good education, go to college so you can get that good job. But when you come out of college, you're more than likely going to have student loan debt already. So you're already, they give and approve all college students for credit cards with no money, no job, no nothing. Right? So who's fooling who? When you know better, you're supposed to do better. Turbulence is the price you pay to fly high. So I'm going to lose some friends. Physically, Facebook-wise, because they don't want to hear me talking about money. They don't want to hear me talking about cash flow. They don't want to hear me talking about having better credit. They don't want to hear me talk about having a savings account. And they don't want to hear me talking about, I just paid off 3 credit cards. I didn't increase my cash flow now by another $500. Delete me. Block me. Whatever you feel you need to do. Because, as they say, birds of a feather flock together. Well, I'm going to keep my circle. I'm going to continue to hang around people who like money, that make money, that know how to invest money, that's teaching me how to invest money, that's teaching me how to grow my money, cryptocurrency, and expand so that my money is working for me even while I go up and get up and go to work. And I'm keeping more of my money that I get up and go to work and work hard for it. And put up with the attitudes, and put up with the backbiting, and put up with the jealous and the envious person that sits to me next to me in my cubicle. Oh, she thinks she all that. Every time she come in here, she got on something new. I don't know how she can afford that. We make the same amount of money. Don't worry about all of that. If you really want to know, then why don't you come to the meeting? Why don't you come hear the presentation? Why don't you listen to that information that I sent you 6 months ago that's still sitting in your inbox and on your cell phone? If you want to know how. So I'm glad you watching. I'm glad you hating. I'm glad you envious. Maybe you will get so frustrated enough that you're ready for change to do something different with your situation. Instead of being pissed off and frustrated because I was open-minded enough and I had enough courage to take the step, the leap and the jump to do something different. And I'm not just sitting here complaining about something that I can fix and that I can change. But if my mindset is not ready, I'm going to keep eating them Twinkies. I'm going to keep eating them cupcakes. I'm going to keep having cheat days. I'm not going to lose the 20 pounds. I'm going to say, you know what, because it's raining today, I'm not going to go to the gym. I'm going to say, you know what, my friends say, you know what, girl, it's okay. You had a bad day. Let's celebrate. We're going to go, drink some cocktails. That's 400 calories a drink. A martini. Do you ever look at the calorie count on an alcoholic beverage? If you want to hit your 2,000 calorie count and 400 or 800 is in 2 drinks, what you going to eat? And you done already ate, in the morning and in the afternoon. It's mindset. If you think it's okay, well, you're going to continue to think it's okay to waste your money and do whatever. Throw it on out the window every day. $20. $20 you think ain't a lot, but I guarantee if it was floating in the air past you, you was at the back of your car, you'd be like this. Like, hold up, that's free money. That's free money. I could use that $20. But when we say it, you laugh in our face like it's not respectable that you can earn an additional $20 a day. That's no money at all. But you ain't got that kind of pay raise on your job and you've been there 4 years, 5 years, 6 years. You don't even get raises. You get paid the same amount. You get an eval, you can do great, you can do a great job, but you're not getting no extra cash flow. They're not increasing your pay. So when you talk about programming, when you talk about brainwashing, when you talk about being sold into the system of slavery, slavery is much deeper than just us being out there on the plantation picking cotton. Because our mindset is still enslaved to the most dumbest, ignorant stuff. Just listen to what people say. Listen to what you say or try to justify the excuses you make for being ignorant, financially illiterate. And then you wonder why things haven't changed. You haven't changed. So if you want change, if you want radical results, if you want things to look different in 2019, you're going to have to decide that, you know what? Today is the day, and I'm going to start today. I'm not going to wait till January 1st. I'm going to start reading a book. I'm going to start listening to mindset motivation. I'm going to start putting the things into me on a day-to-day basis that's going to empower me, that is going to encourage me, that is going to make me be more enthusiastic about my finances. Because Christmas, I don't blow money on Christmas. That's not to say I don't buy gifts on Christmas, but I'm not going to charge something on a credit card just so I can say I got somebody something, or to prove and give the perception that I'm balling, that I got it like that. I'm only charging it so I can get my points, my cash back, or whatever that credit card incentive offers. If I don't have the cash to pay for that purchase, it's not happening. I'm not going to go spend a bunch of money I don't have and have to pay for it later, because interest is the penalty you pay for in advance for something you cannot afford, which many people are doing that during this Christmas season. I'm not telling you what you should do, but I'm telling you I'm not going to spend the next 6 months recovering from money that I didn't have, trying to buy a bunch of gifts for my son at 4 months old who don't need not a thing. The only thing he need is Pampers, because he's going to keep going through those. He's going to pee, poop repetitively every day and grow. So he might need a different size of clothes. He don't need no toys. He don't need none of that. Matter of fact, I went to the dollar store to buy him some beads so he can, practice grabbing. That was $1. And I got 6 sets of beads with different colors. I go over the colors with him. I let him play. We talk, and he listens. And I get to write that off, even though it was only $1. But I mean, he doesn't need anything. Why would I go and buy all this stuff? For what? Because that's what I've been programmed to do. That's what's expected of me to do. And you don't see anything wrong with that? But if you want to learn how to keep your money, how to grow your money, and how to get your money to have babies, then you need to join the Financial Freedom Fighters. You need to join and partner with us and learn what you have never been taught. Because if you don't, you're going to be to work 40 years of your life and you still going to be in the same place you were when you started. And that's a very scary feeling. Because Social Security is not going to help you at all. Your retirement, your pension, you're only going to get 40% of that. If you can't live off 100% of what you make, how you going to live off 40% when you retire? So that is what I want to say for is the people that I have met, that I have come in contact with. My 2019 is going to be phenomenal. So if you hating on me now based on what you think or what you see, we're going to raise that vibration. Just keep on. Or you can join us and we can help you get to where we are and beyond where you have been. Because all you got to do is say yes and be willing to be coachable, teachable, and follow instructions. That's one of the great things about the military. They teach you and train you for everything. You don't have to know nothing. All you need is a high school diploma. You ain't got to have no work experience. But when you join, whatever branch you go to, they tell you where to be. They tell you what time you need to be there. They show you and tell you what you need to do. You get paid to work out. You get to travel and see the world. And all expenses are paid. You don't come out of college with debt and loans that give you, money to go to school if you want to get your degree. So if you want to learn, if you have any inkling of just, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, and I'm just so tired of being broke. We all been there. We not speaking like we ain't never came from nothing. I grew up in the projects in Richmond, California. I saw drive-bys. I saw prostitution. I saw drug dealers. I saw drug raids. I seen it all every day growing up. So it ain't like I came from money. But now that I know about money, now that I understand money, you can rest assured it will be a whole different ballgame. My life and lifestyle and how I live will be a whole lot different than before. And it's not about getting material things. It's about mindset. It's about peace of mind. It's about being able to enjoy doing the things you love to do the most and controlling the time and the freedom that you have. Because when you're doing what you love, it's like not going to work. You don't dread Mondays when they roll around, even when you do go to a job or career. If you enjoy what you do and you are walking in your purpose and you're passionate about that, you have a very different attitude about going to work. You have a very different performance. Your performance track record will be different. The value and the skill set that you bring will be invaluable because nobody can ever duplicate and be you. They can only be them. So I hope you got some value out of this video blog. Your vibe attracts your tribe. And my tribe is thebomb.com. And I am so glad and so thankful that I was willing to listen, that I was willing to be coached. And I still am being coached. I'm still being mentored. I'm being mentored by millionaires, some awesome and amazing people. So you know what? My son will have a very different start and a very different beginning than what I had when I was his age. So thank you for tuning in to the Rock Report on this Take It Up a Notch Thursday. I want you to type your name, not name, city and state in the comments if you're watching live, if you're watching the replay, hashtag replay. If this is your first time watching the Rock Report, type in number 1 in the comments. So get your money up because you absolutely can and you absolutely deserve to do just that. And remember to leverage your job the same way that they leverage you.